Hi, this is Olga, loud and clear, your voice in logistics, and this is Friday. Let's be honest, when patients in the United States hear about war involving Iran, one of the first questions is, will this disrupt pharma supply chains? And for the US market, the answer is not immediately on a larger scale, but that does not mean that the risk is low. What this situation is really doing is exposing how fragile parts of the global pharma logistics network still are. It has already disrupted two of the world's most critical logistics corridors, the Strait of Hormuz and the major Gulf air hubs. These are essential connectors linking India, Asia, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and the United States. A significant volume of pharmaceutical materials and finished products moves through these lanes, including API, biologics, urgent healthcare shipments. This matters deeply to the United States because nearly half of the generic prescriptions supplied in the US come from India. And India itself depends on the Strait of Hormuz both to receive key manufacturing inputs and to ship finished medicines west. India also relies on the Strait of Hormuz for about 40% of its crude oil imports. This matters because crude oil feeds into petrochemical inputs used in drug manufacturing. So, even though American consumers are not buying medicines directly from the Gulf, they're still at the end of a pharmaceutical supply chain that runs through it. In the short term, the US has some protection because inventory is already in the system. Manufacturers and major distributors typically hold enough stock to soften the first wave of disruption. This makes immediate widespread shortages less likely. But the products with the greatest potential risks are the ones people use every day. Common antibiotics, blood pressure medications, diabetes drugs, and common painkillers. On top of that, cold chain and time-critical products such as vaccines, insulins, biologics, oncology therapies, and emergent medical supplies remain highly exposed because they depend on strict temperature control and reliable transit times. The first visible impact may not be empty shelves. It may be higher freight costs, less routing flexibility, and more operational stress. And in pharma, unpredictability is not just a logistics issue. It can become a patient access issue. So, for pharma logistics leaders here in the United States, this is a clear warning. Resilience can't live only in strategy decks. Companies need to understand where they're exposed, which products are most vulnerable, and what backup options they truly have. This conflict may not create immediate drug shortages in the United States, but it is clearly revealing how dependent pharma supply chains remain on a few critical corridors and why the industry needs to act now. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful weekend.